Hi, my name is Dr. Sarah Renee Langley, and I'm here to help you to learn how to live, love, and lead boldly and powerfully without limits. So let's talk about it. New money mindset. What is your money mindset? I was asked the question, how to create a new money mindset? And I asked the question back, what is your money mindset? So how do we break this down so that you can have a new money mindset? First and foremost, we always have to start from the beginning. What is your unspoken rules, those principles that you govern by that leads you to the money or lack thereof? What do you say to yourself, perhaps in your subconsciousness regarding money? So when I say money, what comes to mind? Free associate. And all that means is whatever comes to mind, you no holds barred, no judgment, no foul, just let it come for you. What comes up? So I know for me, back in the day, when I would think of money, I thought that, oh, it's the root of all evil. Oh, we get our riches in heaven, not here on this earth. It's harder for a rich man to get through the eye of a needle, or the camel, it's harder for a camel to go through the eye of a needle than for a rich man to get into heaven. So all that, I didn't want money. If it was as if like, it was chivalrous and honorable to be poor and broke here on this earth. And you stay poor and broke until you get to heaven. And that's where your riches lies. But then I used to question that. I said, well, God, I want to be rich here. I want to be fulfilled here. I want to be abundant here. I want to be prosperous here. And certainly he's led me to the scriptures that supported that feeling that I had, such as, okay, God gave us Jesus so that we might have life and have it more abundantly. That he really wants us to prosper. Above all things, he wishes for us to prosper as our soul prospers. Now, I am no Bible scholar, but I tell you the truth that it is our birthright. It is a sin to be poor. It is our birthright to be rich. And you can take that for whatever it's worth in terms of how you classify or define rich. Rich doesn't have to always be about money, but darn it, it's in there. And it's okay. I just want to set you free, because I tell you the truth, it took me years and years and years to work through all of that so that I could be replenished, so that I could have abundance that I can give from, as opposed to giving from my lack or giving from my exhaust or giving from my depletion or giving from my lack. I already know what that's like. Now I want to know what it's like to be rich and give from that space. How about you? So you first have to know where or what are those unspoken rules, those principles that you are governed by regarding money. Then you go from there, you start to affirm the right affirmations, the right words that will help you to feel okay about money. Third, you have to understand what money is all about. I love this one motivational pastor. He is no longer with us, Reverend Ike. You may have heard of him, you may not. You look him up. He was ahead of his time, and he was known for prosperity and money, being a pastor, as he had taught the principles about money. But what I loved in how he taught it, from what I gathered, what I walk away with, is that money is a divine expression of, or it is an expression of divine energy, something along those lines, but it is a positive expression of divine energy. That transformed my way of thinking regarding money. I'm like, wow, it's spiritual. It's okay to have money. And then when I started to teach that to my clients, and they started to have that shift when it came to their bank accounts, when it came to their wallets, when it came to their pocketbooks, when it came to their resources. It doesn't have to always be about money, but it can also be about associations, partnerships that makes it lucrative, that makes it long lasting, that makes it transcend or extend beyond your wildest dreams. So when it comes to creating a new money mindset, you have to know where it starts. What are your thoughts or the principles that you are governed by regarding money? Then You have to make a decision. Do you want it? Then you have to look at what money is all about. Then you have to allow it to come into your experience. We tend to resist, back away, and then we don't understand, well, why isn't money coming to me? Because if your mindset is that you don't want money, then everything about you will buck against it, will refute it, will resist it, will block it, will push it away. So you have to go back to your way of thinking. And once you clear that up and clean that up, then it makes it easier for you to receive money. You then can start tracking your money. That right there has revolutionized my whole entire life. When I started to track it, when I started to create Excel spreadsheets on knowing where my monies were coming from. I used to think at one point in my life, I used to feel like I was always in the red. I'm like, I owe all this money, and I barely have any money coming in. But when I actually started to calculate my money, I was always in the black. I couldn't believe it. I'm like, well, where is that coming from that I think that I'm always in the red? Why do I think that I don't ever have any money? Because I wasn't tracking it. Because again, my philosophy that I was governed by was, okay, it's not good to have money. So that meant that within me, I was going to do everything possible to prove that to be true, that it's not good to have money, and I'm not going to have money in my life. So therefore, there was no need for me to track it. Just to say, see, it's wrong. See, money don't come to me anyway because it's wrong, it's bad. But when I wanted to go ahead and show up in your life and impact your world, I had to make sure I had money. And that's when I started to put things in decency and in order for it to flow accordingly and appropriately. So that's how you create a new money mindset. Find out what your true thoughts and feelings and philosophies are about money. Then you start making a decision about money. You start, making sure that you want it. It is okay. Give yourself permission to have it. You start to know what money really means for you. And then you start tracking it. And here's an extra bonus tip. You don't have to be a millionaire or a billionaire or a trillionaire or a zillionaire. You don't have to compare yourself to other people and say, okay, well, I want that because Jeff Bezos and them, Elon Musk and them, are doing that. You don't have to. Your $1 million could be, you may be happy with $10,000 and you're doing just fine with $10,000. You're doing just fine with the $100,000. What someone's $1 million are to one person could be just 10,000 to the next. So the point is that you determine what is, what is best and what is the most for you, and be okay with that. You still made it. You still arrived when you have accomplished your goals and being able to live, love, and lead powerfully and boldly without the limits. It's time for you to create your new money mindset. And hopefully this was helpful for you to start. Thanks.